Chapter 1, laddies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Upchuck Was in My Hero Academia. The Upchuck in this What If, is a human-like abilities. Yeah, and all this stuff goes on. Without any further ado, if you haven't seen the old ones, you're missing out. So, yeah. So, as and I'm adding as death because why not? And there's one thing. If any of you haven't seen, because usually this channel that I have is pretty random. You might not know what to expect. Heck, you might expect something, but you end up getting the opposite effect thing. Yeah. So basically, now let's jump right into it. Let's say as death was and upchuck were age of 3. They came from 2 different families, so. And in this alternate timeline, he basically loves upchuck more. That's why she was his friend anyway. So yeah. Sorry. So yeah. So basically now he so time skip to 15. They already did their quirk check, and yeah. The as it has ice ability, like ice quirk, and upchuck has the eating a lot corn. So he's basically, yeah. And he also has the ability of it is alien processor from Ben 10. Yeah. You know, he eats a lot. Like, yep. Kind. And, yeah. Plus, he could shoot out, like, beams of light. Yeah. Like the attacks. I'd say if I'm not on the top game. Didn't have my coffee yet, so yeah. Let's move on. So they go to UA. As death and used her powers. Powers. And then Upchuck uses his because his main tongue is like always in his mouth, but when he opens his mouth, you know how like he uses his or their tongue Hung? Yeah. Yeah. And then the yeah, everybody was uh, yeah. So oh basically, yeah. So as the other was in class 1A, but her boyfriend was in class 1B because he has the weakest powers. Oh, oh, but his other abilities that he has, I'm giving him two new abilities, Infinity and Zero. So basically, yeah. So he ends up winning most matches. So, well, then, as that knows, that something's up with upchuck because he's been, or he hasn't, like, walked with him, or like, since after started the school thing, thing. So, yeah, one day he walked over and turns out someone and and was forced him forced him to not see him. Yeah, and it was actually from class 1B. He I'll give you a hint. Not those guys, but the one that's on the bottom. This boy right here. Her making fun of him um for hanging out with a class 1A student. And so that's why as his death walks over. Let's see why. Why? He as as she yeah, well, or she like cuddles up with him. him him as he, yeah, as upchuck, or actually, she told me anything that been bothering you since, as he tells her that he, all the those, like one of the students, and specifically that that annoying kid, Muriel, who, or what is his name? The comments. Tell me in the comments below what his name is. Yeah, the, hold on, let me find those pictures. No. Right here. Tell me who this guy is. So, as, yeah, back to the story that the upchuck told her that he, or that some kid forced him to not see him, her, through the entire school. Oh. Oh. Yeah. And so, um, so she's more focused on, like, so the next day, she got out of bed early to go to school. She goes to UA, then halfway to her house to UA, she sees Muriel, the mimic guy, as, of course, she yells at him, of, why did you tell my boyfriend that he is not allowed to see me? As as Muriel says, he was weak and dumb and all that stuff. Oh, you know what? Or that. And as he, she immediately froze him to death. Yeah. So he, or so then Upchuck was at school as this uh, was this her thing, and she looks over at and smiles at the upchuck, and he or so she tells him that no need to, no, no, because uh, as yeah, so they both went in and they go to or to their separate. Yeah. So yeah. So then I skip this part all the way to the all for one because yeah, as all for one was like or no, All Might was down but not out. All for one is about or in the last words and then blasts. But they did not realize, or actually, All for One, or no, All Might was like, hang, as he starts to tear up, as out of nowhere, the upchuck, this guy, jumps into action as he absorbs the attack. Eh? And plus, his parents actually did do one thing. They mean special clothing for him so that he doesn't have tears. So Upchuck ate or swallowed the entire attack, and this is what it is. He's like went all the way, like he looked like a balloon, or like bigger than that. As he rolls, as All for One could tell that Zuko, oh, or that yeah, All for One was flying away as everybody he was like, oh crud, as they start rolling, or he starts rolling. Yeah, they both like went into the water as he was. It's gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you. As Zuko or as Upchuck spins around like a little top thing. Thing. And yeah. So basically Upchuck went full kamikaze. Boom. As All for One was no more. Like basically I'm saying he is dead and gone. Wiped out of existence. As he yeah. So he had enough. As everybody's like, man, you're pretty indestructible. Yeah. The whatever I eat, and no matter if it's big or tiny, I can eat it all. Yeah. So, yeah, and then his girlfriend and is happy to see him. he the next night he yeah. So, or upchuck was this is, and Azeth is still herself. So yeah, basically Zuko or no upchuck. If you want me to make a what if Zuko was upchuck, huh? Let me know in the comments below. That's will be hilarious. So yeah. So Zuko or Upchuck, sorry, I keep saying Zuko because of what if. So others. So Upchuck was basically both of them were two lovebirds, perfect for each other's, because makes him a perfect shield, and the Azeth as a perfect sword. So yeah, as yeah, after he absorbed it. So yeah, so he is also he hate the entire destroyed building. Yeah, from that day on, he was like, as he says, or now he turned around. I'm making his explosions like every time he eats and like vomits out like how Upchuck was. The yeah, way more like nuclear bombs kind. Yeah. So when he spews out like them, they're like nuclear bombs. Yeah. So yeah, as everybody's like, man, and they he's on a sand lines like vomiting out like shooting like gunk out of his mouth, and it's just exploded like nuclear bombs, but without a radiation part. They're just it's like a yeah. Plus, I'll check. Huh, this what if can basically do whatever it like. Oh, sorry. So he, so he can and do whatever he wants. If yeah, so Azeth and Upchuck got married. Right? Because I'm not gonna bore you with stupid stuff. So yeah, and yeah, Azeth is like, when they had kids, man, they they had two. One had like two combinations like of well the the Arctic guana. If you guys don't know what that it means, here, let's look it up. Like that. Because they because their kid, their son actually is that. He still has the same powers as their, like, kind of like their father's gross gross abilities, but fuse it with the ice. He could shoot, and he doesn't have to eat to, like, yeah. And yeah, and then their sister looks more human than yeah. The their her daughter looks more human than their her son, because their son is, he has intelligence of, like, yeah. So their daughter is kind of looks like mixed between Esdeath, the upchuck, if Esdeath had the upchuck's powers, and her hair turned green. Yeah. She would probably look like Zumi. Or actually, it will be the same as that girl, the one that's in the middle, but it will be on a whole nother level. Yeah. Plus, there's also another thing. Over time, like from they, when they were just 4 years old, or no, 3 years old, this is what he looked like. But then did a time skip to 15, and this is what he looks like. Like, yeah. And he stayed that way through the entire way. And you're all probably like saying, upchuck and the Arctic guana are two different species. I know that. And the but I really wanted to put them both in the same video. So, yeah. If you guys want me to do a what if the Arctic guana was in My Hero Academia, please subscribe. If this video gets 2 likes, then I'll do it. For reals. Okay? because, yeah. So, and their daughter, her looks almost same as what as death looks like. Thing. So, yeah. So, yeah. This is what I was trying to like say when, yeah. So then Zumi ends up not Zumi. So upchuck, um, and they all grow old, and some passed away, but except for upchuck because he's the only one that doesn't actually age at all. So he ends up, once he uses his full power, as he uses it at like infinity, to rewind back to the beginning of this video. So please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, and please put this video on loop, or yeah, loop, endless loop, because yeah, he does that a bunch of times without any consequence for their, yeah. So yeah, so please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, do all this stuff. Bye.